Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orphoeus Plays. I like doing that. Give me a break. Anyway, hi, how you doing? It's another great day for murder here in the world of Blade and Sorcery. We are in the Sanctuary, the blown up, bombed out church, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, today what I want to talk about is something kind of interesting. The world is getting a little crazy, and I think it might be time for a hero to rise. Anyway, we'll talk about that in just a second. We are in survival mode, which means 3 weapons come out. I choose one, or whatever this is, rake. Anyway, so I choose one, and I make the day kind of bad for everybody that comes out the doors. Let's see. We've got a skinning knife here. We have a nasty club, and we've got a rake. I think we'll go for the club. That should probably be good here. So let's see. Let's get things kicked off today with our first traditional slow motion kill of the day. Well, who are we gonna be? Who's gonna get it? I'm gonna do this one. This guy over here. I have a new mod installed. Actually, I have a few. I'll tell you about those in a minute. But anyway, here we go with our first traditional slow motion kill. Just another one for fun. Anyway, so with that out of the way, let's get to today's topic. Okay. So the world's getting a little nuts. Like I said, there are things going on, and don't worry, I'm not gonna politicize this or anything like that. I'm not gonna talk about anything specific going on. But if you're following the world, you'll notice that things are getting a little crazy out there. Like anywhere you look, there's kind of like this kind of civil unrest that's going on, and it's really anywhere. And again, I'm not going to get into any of the whys or the whats or anything. You've seen it. It's not all for the same thing. It's not all for, anything. Some of it's for different reasons. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. I don't do drama on this channel. So there's stuff going on out there, and it's, a lot of it is like street crime too, all overall crime is down, right? But street crime has become like this kind of thing. You see people just running up on other people, stealing things, people running into stores like in groups of 5-10 people and just like cleaning the place out, right? And so I think we have sort of a confluence of things, like a combination of things. Wow, a combination of things going on that kind of like, well, I'll explain. So, and don't mind me, I still have a thing going on. So when the seasons change, I get a little like, right? Everything kind of clogs up and everything. And the way that the weather's been here, this winter sort of, it's going back and forth between cool and warm and cool and warm. And so my allergies and sinuses can't figure out what's going on. And I had like the flu. Anyway, you don't need to know about all that. Anyway, so with the rise of different sorts of technology, things like 3D printing, or things like micro, battery technology. Like, if you wear earpods or something, AirPods, you know what I mean? AirPods, whatever it is. If you wear something like that, you definitely have that technology going on with those micro batteries. Those batteries are like it. I mean, if you open up an AirPod, they're absolutely minuscule, right? And they power your AirPods for, a few hours or whatever it is. And then you've got inventors out there. These are people that got college degrees, like multiple college degrees, and they can't get a job for some reason. So they're like, okay, well, I'll just be an eccentric inventor on YouTube or something, right? And so you get these people that are like, they're doing all this crazy work. There's a guy out there that I saw, he's for several years done an Iron Man, like basically he's trying to create Iron Man. So what he's doing is he's like making the armor, and he's making the way that he can actually fly, I think, and I'm referencing this from a few years ago. He was actually close to flying a few years ago. And so who knows what that's going on with, And the technology you see like with the military. Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed this. A few years ago they were showing off a suit that could fly. And it could go from it could go from like a dinghy, like a supply dinghy onto a ship like fly around and stuff. I don't know if you saw that. It was something that like came out, and it was pretty wild. But when you think about that, if the military is willing to show you something, right? They have something that's way above that. And so these inventors that are on YouTube or wherever, right? They're, you know, MIT students who have like nothing to do, right? And so they sit down and they create all these things. I've seen like real, honest to goodness, like not completely 100% real lightsabers, but a guy that has a lightsaber made out of plasma torch and everything. He's like, there's like crazy armor available out there. And this is, you know, not even inventors. You can go out and buy like a suit of like ballistic armor and everything that's, you know, bulletproof up to like a hunting rifle. And, you know, you can get that for $1,000. You can get like all these. There's people that have, honest to goodness, grappling hooks, like the bat grappling hook that's out there, right? And they work exactly like you'd think. They're like a pistol that you poof, and a grappling hook goes flying up in the air. Well, what am I getting with it? You know, you might be sort of seeing where I'm going with all this. Well, with all the craziness and all the abilities of all these micro technologies and everything that, you know, just a decade ago were just ridiculous to get, hard and expensive and stuff. But with the advent of all these technologies where you can build stuff at home, I think we are just about to see like real life Batman, and not that guy Phoenix Jones, okay? Not the guy that was in Seattle who was like walking around with pepper spray and a rubber suit, okay? Not that guy. I'm talking like, you know, honest to goodness Batman, because one of the things that made Batman what he was, right? One of the things that made him, you know, into the hero that he was, or is, if your comic universe is still going. The thing is, he has all the gadgets, right? He's got gadgets, all these little tools and toys and everything. I did an episode a while ago on why I basically would love a utility belt, because I would love to have the ability to just always have everything I need, like, you know, gas sleep grenades and sleep gas grenades and, like, you know, the grappling hook and just everything going on. Well, the thing was, he was this eccentric millionaire in, you know, the beginning, billionaire or whatever now. And so he had the ability to buy all these gadgets, all these things, right? Well, now the technology's there, it's affordable, it's all over the place, and you have people smart enough to put it all in the same place, right? Whoa. So what does that mean? Like I said, I think we're eventually going to see Did your arm just do that from over there, bro? What is happening? What is this? What is going on? You going to cast at me? What if I shoot your hand with this? Oh no. It's like a vampire. Alright, come on, bro. Enough of this. Anyway, so I think you're actually going to see people putting all that stuff together and becoming a real Superman, or not Superman, but a real Batman, or one of the superheroes that's out there. Because, look, people really... There's another thing that goes along with this, okay? Okay, so what this is, there's one more component that has to go along with this, or it doesn't work, right? So not only do you have to have someone that's willing to do these things, right? That has the ability to do these things, right? You also have to have the street crime, or the crime out there that can be stopped by someone like this, which we do, and then you need the third component. Someone who is insane enough to do it. You say, Orpheus, where would someone like that be? Have you been on the social media? Have you seen people out there now? There are people doing more crazy things than that just for TikTok views, right? People that climb up onto buildings and rappel down them and stuff, and like, you know, all the extreme sports that are out and everything else. There are people that are not just willing, but able to do some of these things. Parkour, right? If you got someone that knows parkour and they also have gadgets and they also have defensive weapons and stuff, you can see someone out there who would be a genuine superhero, can't you? I mean, what's stopping us? What is stopping us from having something like that? I mean, I've got gadgets and tools and defensive weapons and armor and stuff in my home. I'm not probably going to do it, although I'll keep you updated if I do. I'm still anonymous, so like, this could be, Batman's secret YouTube channel or whatever. Anyway, is that something you think that like you're gonna start actually genuinely seeing here coming up? Let me know in the comments. I mean, I would love to start seeing that stuff. Like, and the full comic book type, where they're vigilantes, that the cops officially on paper are like, this is bad, but like in the back rooms they're all like, this is amazing, dude. We got this guy that's out there kicking ass, right? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. That's my little thing here today. A little bit shorter episode. Like I said, I'm feeling like crap lately. Anyway, we'll see you in the next episode here on Orphoeus Plays. Be good, do good, and treat yourself well, because you know what? You absolutely deserve it. Bye!